very good morning to you punters. And today, the very first day of Ascot 2026, I thought it would be a great day for us to launch brand new Odds Oracle version 2.0. As you can see here, this is the homepage of 2.0. And basically what that means is that we've done a whole bunch of new upgrades. We've added football and we've added a lot more upgrades to the horse racing module, and the AI is a lot smarter now. On top of that, we've added some deep statistical modeling and a lot of other things that I think all of our members will find useful and hopefully give you guys a great edge moving into the rest of the summer season for racing and then into the football season for football. All right, so let me give you a quick run through of the Odds Oracle member section just to show you what we've got in there now, how it might have changed, and what you can see and play around with if you're a member of the site. Okay, so let's go into the race cards. Click on the race cards there, and then you can see the races that we have coming up today. Okay, now today is day one of Ascot, so let's have a quick look at some of these Ascot races. Okay, let's go to one like this one here, the St James's Palace Stakes. And here we go. There's only 6 runners in this one. And what you'll find when you go to a racing page, you'll be given the AI analysis straight up. So this is what the AI has done based on all of the form, and it's updated throughout the day as runners become non-runners and as odds update as well. Okay, so as you can see here, it goes through all the horses. You've got Bo Echo, and then it goes through and gives a quick rundown of their previous form, just their last 3 runs. And then it will talk about the pace in the race and the particular leaders and the back markers and how that could play out as part of the race. And it uses that as part of its formulation when it does its analysis, okay? And then as you can see, that runs into the race dynamics analysis. Anyway, it will then give a probability and value table. So this is like a ratings table of each runner. So it's rated Bo Echo at 192, and this is obviously decimal. The current bookmaker odds are 1.9, so that's pretty fair. If we go down to something like, I mean, we're getting out to the outer realms of possibility here, but you've got Power Blue given a 2.2% chance, which is 45 in decimal odds, and it's currently paying 101. So, you know, it's a value bet, but it's also quite risky, okay? So there's no real huge value bets in this race at the moment, and that's by design. The bookies are probably keeping it quite tight on a big day like today. And then it gives you top 3 selections, and then it will go through and give you the win bet, each way bet, value place bet, and then a lay bet. So at the end of the day, it comes down here and you've got all your selections down here from the AI. So there's a couple of things that we've changed and added recently in version 2 of the website. We've added in a deep stats section. So it doesn't always reflect what the AI thinks, but it does go down into quite deep statistical modeling of the runners, and it basically gives the model favorite, the best value, who the model is against, the pace angle, and the each way anchor. Okay, so it gives you sort of a good rundown of the runners based on some deep statistics that we run in the background. Okay, and on top of that, if you're familiar with what Monte Carlo modeling is, we also do a Monte Carlo model on every race now. So you can see here that Bo Echo 1% of the time it wins, and then you can work that out and say, okay, well, is it value based on that 61%? So it also goes into the forecast and tricast based on that Monte Carlo modeling. And then there's just some head-to-head who beats who and the percentages of time. So this is interesting if you've got a bookmaker that's offering you a head-to-head bet, say, for example, Talk of New York and Puerto Rico. So as an example, if you're getting even money for Talk of New York to beat Puerto Rico, that is 50%, and that would be a value bet based on that. So that's just a way that you can read those numbers down here. We haven't done any back testing on these. This is just purely for your information. We might do a little bit of back testing on these as we move on into the future. So that's just a couple of things we've done here. And this menu here, some people miss it, but this is the menu that will show you all the different details of the race, okay? And it's slightly different on mobile, but it's all there on the mobile as well. So the big change that we've made is actually how you would interact with the AI, okay? So we have some members that have their own models and have their own prompts that they put into the AI. And we've been working with those members to sort of build out the AI and the ability of the AI to go out and find different information when it needs to. So it's not just a single prompt anymore. It's actually going out and doing a lot of different prompts at the same time when you ask it a question. So let's just try something now. Let's just say, well, we've got this one set up. What's the pace analysis for this race? So let's just see what this comes back with. And once it's done, we can go up here and we can just have a quick look. And basically it says the lone front runner is Power Blue. So what it's done is actually gone and analyzed the pace map and that uses particular tools that it can go and do those sorts of things. And we're going to be building out those tools more and more as we move forward. But what we found is it's a great way for the AI to go and get the information that it needs. Instead of having it all in one place, it can go and get the information that it needs when it needs it, okay? So basically this just runs through the pace map, and it will go back through to the historical win rates by run style, etc., 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 right? And then it will sort of tell you, give you the best pace setup, and it will give you the information that you need. So if you can just imagine, if there's anything that you wanted to ask about a race, or there's any systems that you want to try over and over and over again, this is a great way to do it, and it's a great way to sort of teach the AI to learn based on your systems, okay? So let's say we want to see the full historical runs of a horse, right? Let's say Bettor, right? So we're just asking it now to go and have a look at what the full historical form of Bettor is, because it didn't give us that information up the top here. Basically just gave us the 3-run breakdown, but when it's doing its analysis, it's actually using all of the analysis, or all of the form, okay? So if we have a quick look here, Bettor's only had 4 career runs, and it's won all 4, and obviously that's the perfect record. Of course, if you get a horse that has a lot more runs than 4, it's going to sort of go through those. So I've just said here, compare the full historical form records of Power Blue and Lord Britain, and return in an easy to read table, and give me your estimate of which horse will finish before the other and by how far. All right, so let's just have a quick look at what it comes back with here. But it should actually call a couple of different tools, and then come back with the form of each horse, and then give an estimate of who will win out of those 2 horses and by how far. And so you can sort of ask these questions about any runners in any race, and it will give you this sort of information based on the data that it has. And it has a lot of data in the background that it calls on, okay? So Lord Britain's obviously the outsider, and saying here that Power Blue will beat Lord Britain by sort of 10 to 25 lengths. And it gives a quick rundown of all of the form. It will give you that in a table. So it's actually predicting that Power Blue is going to come 5th and Lord Britain will come 6th, okay? And you can do this with any 2 horses in the race, all right? So that's just a quick overview of the improvements that we've made to our proprietary AI and our systems here at OddsOracle for UK horse racing. Okay, so we've got a few things coming up as well that I'll quickly touch on while we're here. Obviously, we've got the World Cup going on at the moment as I'm recording this. And you can see here that we've got the World Cup hub here in OddsOracle. And just a quick rundown of that, you can quickly see all of the information here, all the percentages, every match, and then you can go into every match and you can see deep statistical modeling of every single match, and also you can ask AI questions about each match, okay? So you've got here Iraq and Norway, for example, and you can go to the statistics of the actual match, which hasn't started yet. You can see all of the odds in this tab. You can go to the scorers and get a rundown of all the scorers, and it gives you an idea of their propensity to score. So anytime goal scorer markets, you've got your Monte Carlo simulations here, and then you've got your deep stats here. So there's 4 different statistical models, and you can see here it sort of goes to goals. So it's looking like 2-0 is the predicted outcome here, obviously, or 3-0 as well, okay? And then over here you can ask any questions about the match that you want. So that's just a quick one on football, and this will include all of the major football leagues around the world in every country moving forward. At the moment, there's not a lot of them on, but if you just quickly go to today's matches, you'll see that you've got your World Cup matches, but you've also got Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Cameroon, Estonia, and Finland, and it goes on. Okay, so obviously it gets very busy during the winter months. But for now, that's where I'm going to leave you. Once again, if you're a current member of OddsOracle, we hope you really enjoy these updates and what we've provided to you with all of these updates, and we'd love to hear some feedback. The feedback that we've gotten so far has been amazing from some of our members, and it's really making a difference to the way that they look at horse racing and the way that they're punting, and I hope that this does the same for you. If you're not a member yet, feel free to jump in. We've got a free 7-day trial, so you can check it all out. It won't cost you anything. You can cancel anytime. Recommend you having a quick look at it. But all the best for today at Ascot or any other day that you're having a punt. And thanks for watching, and keep on winning.